A lot can happen in just 1 second. Winning goal, winning save, perfect tackle, clever flick, good call from the ref, great shout from the line. The county title, after 30 years, a long wait over, in just 1 second. It's a game of seconds. Glorious seconds. Genius in split seconds. They're great players. Just 1 second. The difference between a good decision and a bad one. A lost temper, frustrated shout, that gut reaction. We've all done it. And we're never proud. But we can do better. We all can. Sideline, dressing room, meeting room, all places of passion where split-second decisions are made. Good ones, bad ones, some days not so calm ones. It's instinct, we know, because we love it. We just don't think. But we have to. Of others, of our players, of our game. Think before we act.
Take a second, catch your breath. Collect yourself, don't regret. Take a second to make the right call for ladies Gaelic football.
Good afternoon, and you're very welcome along to Keswick Park in Ennis in County Clare. It's for round 2, Group 2 in the LGFA TG4 Intermediate Ladies Football Championship. Clare, the home county, taking on Wicklow. Clare last week had a 5-point away victory against Offaly, while Wicklow were beaten by 6 points by Tyrone. My name is Peter O'Connell. I'm joined in our commentary position by our co-commentator Anne-Marie Conlon, former Clare footballer. And Anne-Marie, just before we look through the teams, conditions here, Clare currently under a yellow warning. It's quite humid, but it is very sunny, and there's actually a bit of a breeze as well.
Yeah, it's humid and very mild, and I think the breeze seems to be going from left to right here. Sun is shining. There was a few thunder showers back west earlier on, so hopefully they don't follow us over here, because it's perfect conditions. There's a nice bounce off the ball here. Both teams are warming up at both sides, and the pitch is looking great.
And just in the last couple of minutes, 2 under-10 teams from the Banner Club, which is located here in Ennis, and Milton Malbay, a West Clare club. The 2 under-10 panels from both clubs have come into Keswick Park, and they'll be playing at half-time. Looking through the 2 starting teams, we'll start first with Clare. They've had 2 late changes from the match programme. So they've got Amy Linehan in goals from Dura Bearfield. Wearing number 27, Laurie Ryan from the Banner comes in instead of Orla Devitt. Now we'll see where Laurie will play. It could be centre back, it could be centre forward. We'll see as the game progresses. At full back is Shifa Nicunnell from Dura Bearfield, and completing the full back line is Gráinne Harvey from West Clare Gales. The Clare half back line, Louise Griffin from Fergus Rovers. Centre back is Caoimhe Harvey from West Clare Gales, and wearing number 7 is Áine Keane from Milton Malbay. The Clare midfield, Cleena Blake from Doonbeg is partnered by Aisling Reedy from Dura Bearfield. The half forward line, wearing 10, Sinead Constantine, the scanner. At centre forward, Chloe Maloney, Kimora Bricken, who also plays League of Ireland soccer with Piedmont United. And wearing number 12 is her clubmate from Kimora Bricken, Amy Sexton. The Clare full forward line, wearing 13, is Laura Griffith from Burn Gales. Lizzie Roach, also from Burn Gales, wearing 20, comes in instead of Ciara McCarthy. And completing the Clare starting 15 is Philippa Marnin from West Clare Gales. So Laurie Ryan, Lizzie Roach coming in. Anne-Marie, not much of a surprise, but Laurie Ryan, definitely a loss, as is Ciara McCarthy, who we might see as the game progresses.
Yeah, I think Orla has picked up a knee injury. Not sure about Ciara McCarthy, but I'd say she will feature. She's not hurt, but very experienced player. And Laurie Ryan, as you said, she could play at centre back or wing back or in the forwards as well. Lucy Roach had an excellent league campaign, so it's great to see her back in there. Just going back to last week, as you mentioned, they had a 5-point victory over Offaly, and it is interesting to note that Clare had 8 scorers that day. I think Clare found it difficult to get more than 2 or 3 players on scoreboard in the league, so it's great that has improved, and they led throughout and they're always in control. But one thing they will have to watch, with a couple of minutes to go and they'll let Offaly back into it. So Offaly were up 9 points and they let Offaly back into it, so they'll have to watch that.
The Clare management team, the manager is Wayne Freeman, and he's got Brian Willis with him, along with Edel Conway, Lee Hunt and Owen McMahon. We're going to pause now briefly for Oran Naveen. It was a really stunning rendition of Oran Naveen here in Keelsley Park. A couple of minutes now to throw in. We look at the Wicklow team. They've got Ellen Griffin from St Patrick's in goals. Full back line, Sarah Evans, also of St Patrick's. Team captain is Sarah Jane Winders from Baltinglass at full back. Wearing number 4 is Megan Healy from Éire Óg. The Wicklow half back line, Niamh Kinney, Tina Healy. Centre back is Lucy Dunn, St Patrick's. Left half back, Jackie Byrne, Baltinglass. It's an all Tina Healy midfield of Amy Maher and Aoife Gorman. The half forward line, Ruby Keogh, Cool Keno. At centre forward is Niamh Cullen Blessington, and wearing 12 is Lacey Jane Shannon from Annacurra. And the Wicklow full forward line, Sarah Delahunt, plays her club football with St Jude's in Dublin. At full forward is Marie Keeley, Baltinglass. Wearing 15 is Helena Dowling, also from Baltinglass. And the referee today is Kevin Corcoran. And Anne-Marie, you've pinpointed the Wicklow threat in terms of scoring.
So number 14, Marie Kiley, she had an outstanding game last week. She got on the scoreboard a number of times and she set up quite a few scores as well. So it will be a really good battle between herself and Shifra Niconnell. Shifra had an outstanding league campaign and Munster campaign, so it will be an interesting battle between the two of them. Just looking at Wicklow, as I said last week, they were beaten by Tyrone by 2 goals. Sarah Jane Winders as full back was outstanding, as was Lucy Dunn, centre back. Amy Maher in the middle of the field and Amy Gorman worked very, very hard together. The Ruby Keogh as well, wing forward, played very well, and the full forward line will have to be watched. I know I mentioned Marie Kiley, but Sarah Delahunt and Helena Dowling will also have to be watched.
And just to give a bit of context, if Clare beat Wicklow today and if Tyrone defeat Offaly, well then both Tyrone and Clare will progress to knockout stages of the All-Ireland Intermediate Ladies Football Championship prior to meeting in their final group game next weekend. So both teams now going into position, and we'll keep an eye. Anne-Marie, you're pointing out that Laurie Ryan is playing.
She seems to have she's gone into a wing forward position. I'm just trying to see now if there's any more positional switches. Anya Keane's gone back corner back, but we'll keep an eye on the game unfolds.
So Kevin Corcoran from Mayo throws the ball in, and immediately now Wicklow are in possession with Aoife Gorman. Aoife Gorman, however, robbed their good tackle from Chloe Maloney from Kimmeria Bricken, and immediately Caoimhe Harvey, the Clare captain, now bursts out and pops the ball in front of Aisling Reedy. Aisling Reedy wearing 9 from Dura Bearfield. Great run, lovely ball in front of her partner in the middle of the field, Cliona Blake, but Cliona Blake didn't quite, Anne-Marie, get behind that, and it went well wide. Yeah,
it was an excellent run up the middle of the field there. Clare really good pressure. Cliona was just a little bit off balance there when she kicked the ball, but a good start from Clare. And now Ellen Griffin's looking for runners to the wing.
So Ellen Griffin now with her first kick out, but it should be well cut out, and is cut out by Sinead Constantine, the Clare number 10. Picks it up in the middle of the field. Quiver Harvey looking for it in the middle of the park. She has it now, taking the pop from Anya Keane. Good run from Harvey. She tries to find the other halfback, Louise Griffin from Fergus Rovers, and Louise Griffin now recycles, gives it back as far as Fidelma Marnan. Fidelma Marnan wraps her right foot around it, and unlucky, it hits the post. The ball breaks and it's picked up by Niamh Cullen from Blessington, but Wicklow give it away. Scoring opportunity here now for Clare and Lizzie Roach, and that goes straight over the bar. And in fact, it's a really good start for Clare.
Excellent start, and that came from an interception on the wing there by Amy Sexton. She read the ball really, really well. Fidelma was unlucky with the first shot, just hit off the crossbar. Good start from Clare.
So Clare leading now by a point to no score. We've had less than 2 minutes. Second kick out of the afternoon for Ellen Griffin from St Patrick's, and Wicklow hold on to it well. The right half back Niamh Kinney has it from Tina Healy on the far side of the field. Wicklow now looking to mount their first attack. Sarah Delahunt moves it forward. Wicklow still have it with Aoife Gorman. Now Aoife Gorman is surrounded by 2 or 3 Clare players. She goes to ground. The referee says, Kevin Corkin, that she probably played the ball on the ground, and it's a free for Clare. Quiver Harvey now bursting forward from centre back again, pops it as far as Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney on her left foot now looks up, sees is there a run inside, gives it into Lizzie Roach. She pops it off as far as Fidelma Marnan, and that's a lethal finish and a very good start for Clare after 2.5 minutes, leading by 1-1 to no score.
Superb ball in from Quiver Harvey. She found Lizzie Roach. Fidelma was off the shoulder. That's textbook football. Excellent score.
For a kick out now for Wicklow, but this one is cut out by Laurie Ryan, wearing 27, from the Banner Club in Ennis, plays League of Ireland football with Athlone Town. Good ball in, picked up inside by Laura Griffey. Laura Griffey turns a couple of players, sees that the shot isn't on, recycles back the field to Anya Keane from Milton Malbay. Anya Keane gives it to Cliona Blake from Dunbeg. Cliona Blake looks out wide and she sees Louise Griffin. Louise Griffin tried to find Aisling Reedy, but Wicklow break up that one and emerge with it. Wicklow now with Sarah Delahunt will be just very keen to just get their hands on the ball, put together a few passes and try and move up the field, and they're doing exactly that now. They've got 2 forwards inside and there's a good bit of space, but that ball forward was really well put out by Grania Harvey. Chloe Maloney has it again. She gives it to Louise Griffin, who's been involved in the game a lot in the opening few minutes. Loads of space now in front of Chloe Maloney. Quiver Harvey is running off her. She pops a lovely pop to Quiver Harvey. Quiver pops it to her clubmate, and her clubmate Fidelma Marnan bangs in her second goal. 2-1. Clare leads to no score. Very good finish, but a bit too easy.
Yeah, Clare are running at pace. No one was catching Chloe Maloney there. She was running in. She had plenty of time on the ball. Excellent run again from Quiver Harvey from half back. Wicklow are under serious pressure now. They're trying to get the ball out, and it seems to be Niamh Kinney has. Oh no, the ball has gone out over the line. So it'll be Amy Sexton that will take this.
Ellen Griffin was looking for a couple of players there to maybe come short and to kick out, as Emery said, out over the sideline. Clare having out with Aisling Reedy, but she loses possession, and now maybe a chance for Wicklow with Aoife Gorman to break forward. She's looking up and seeing is there anyone moving inside, pumps it long. Shifra Cunaldor reads that very, very well at full back. An outstanding full back, gives it to Cliona Blake. Cliona Blake pops it as far as Laurie Ryan. Laurie Ryan tackled there by Sarah Delahunt, but holds on to it well, finds Anya Keane, who in turn finds Cliona Blake, and she finds Chloe Maloney on her left foot. This should be an easy enough opportunity for a point for Chloe, which she opts to recycle and gives it to the player who is more certain in scoring for today. Has now put away 2-1. Fidelma Marnan, Clare 2-2. Wicklow, no score.
Yeah, Clare are pushing up on the Wicklow kick out as well. You can see the zone defence there. Laurie Ryan is orchestrating things there from the half forward line. Girls know their positions, and they're giving Ellen Griffin no options, so she's had to force to go short here now.
Ellen Griffin went very short that time, and she found Niamh Cullen. Niamh Cullen knows that Wicklow have to run Clare a bit more. Niamh Kinney now has it. Niamh Kinney is looking to see her couple of players in the inside line making a run. One of those players is Marie Keeley from Baltinglass. Very good player, but Marie Keeley has had to actually come out the field in the hope maybe of influencing the game a bit more from out the field. In the meantime, Clare have turned it over. They're now breaking forward with Laurie Ryan wearing 27. Laurie Ryan finds Aisling Reedy. Aisling Reedy soling the ball forward, gives it as far as Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney pops it back as far as Fidelma Marnon. Fidelma has the shot, but it drops short, and Wicklow now have another chance to maybe come out with possession. And Isabel Ledisma has it on the far side, or had it on the far side briefly. Wicklow now popped the ball infield with Sarah Jane Winders, the full-back, breaking forward well. That's a very good ball in as far as Wicklow's number 10, who's Ruby Keogh. She's inside in the full back line up against in the full forward line up against Clare cornerback Gráinne Harvey. Hold on to it well, looking for somebody now to support her. Sarah Jane Winters does just that. This is the most sustained Wicklow attack yet. They now have an opportunity of a shot, but unfortunately it goes to the left as we look at it and wide. That shot there from Sarah De La Hunt, and Wicklow and Marie, needless to say, just need to do a small bit more of that, and they might create one or two more scoring chances.
Yeah, they just need to settle a little bit more, but there was good pressure from the Clare backs there. They crowded out the kicker. Clare in possession here now. Chloe Maloney has picked up the ball, and she'll be looking for support off the shoulder, and she's found Fidelma Marnon.
Fidelma Marnon now drifting out into the middle of the field from her position in the full forward line, switches the ball, but Fidelma's accuracy wasn't great. That time it was well cut out on the far side of the field, very well cut out by Niamh Kinney. Niamh Kinney gets it forward now in as far as Wicklow's Ruby Keogh. Ruby Keogh goes down the ball. She's being tackled there by Gráinne Harvey. Wicklow's Sarah De La Hunt has it now, gives it to Niamh Kinney, and a bit of sustained Wicklow possession, and let's see, can they do something with it? But that ball forward wasn't great, very easily cut out by Caoimhe Harvey, who was lucky enough not to go out over the in-line and give away 45. But Clare now emerging with it. Chloe Maloney again just going into her own half, picks up the ball, and she's being tackled there now by Aoife Gorman. Tries to get away from Aoife Gorman. Good near hand tackle from Aoife Gorman. Chloe Maloney still has it, and just rather languidly finds Sinead Constantine wearing 10 from the scanner. Sinead Constantine finds Amy Sexton. She gives it to Lizzie Roach. Lizzie Roach pops it as far as Fidelma Marnon, and Fidelma Marnon fires over. Superb finish. Clare 2-3, Wicklow no score, and when Fidelma's in that kind of form, Marie, she'll shoot from anywhere. Yeah,
she's slashing from right. She can kick from right and left, but Clare have so much time on the ball. If you notice, from the minute they won the kick out down here, Caoimhe Harvey got the ball there in the inline, and she just solid it up, and there was no real pressure. Wicklow need to tighten up if they're going to stay in this game. Great interception there from Lizzie Roach, and she's found Fidelma once again.
Fidelma Marnon now in 1-on-1 with the keeper, pops it to the runner, and that was superb goalkeeping there. The runner was Laura Griffey. That was great goalkeeping from Ellen Griffin. Read exactly what was happening. And forwards, Anne-Marie, as you know much better than me as a forward, sometimes you're inclined to go for your own scores if it's on, but this time Fidelma might have been a bit too generous. I thought she should have probably gone for it herself.
Yeah, she should have probably taken the shot. Now she did spot Lizzie running in, and she passed it across, but well read there by Ellen Griffin. But yeah, maybe Fidelma should have taken her own score there.
It's not too often that forwards who like scoring, like Fidelma, pops it off, but she did that time. Anyway, at the far side of the field, Wicklow have won a free in just inside 45. It's going to be taken quickly by Marie Keeley. Marie Keeley, the midfielder, has it now. It's a good run from Aoife Gorman. Great run from Gorman. Gorman, however, unfortunately from Wicklow point of view, barged, and that's definitely a free out Anne-Marie guardian on Shifriny Cunnell, who got up straight away.
Yeah, correct decision. She went straight for her. She didn't make any attempt, to go sideways. Again, we have Caoimhe Harvey in possession. Clare working together all the time. They're finding players in free. Chloe's going to be looking for the wing here. I think she's going to give. No, I thought she was going to give to Ashley Reedy, but she's still in possession.
Chloe Maloney has it now. Beautiful ball. What a pass into Fidelma Marnin. Fidelma Marnin under pressure holds onto it. Is she going to get the shot in? Yes, she does. Brilliant from Fidelma Marnin. But the perception of that pass from Chloe Maloney was superb.
Oh yeah, it was an unreal pass. She just spotted the run in behind, and excellent. Really, really good from Clare.
So let's see, we've had just over 11 minutes. Clare leading, as you can see, 2-4 to no score, and Fidelma Marnin has put away 2-3, all from play. In the meantime, Amy Sexton battling for the ball. The referee blows his whistle. I'm not sure which way this is going. He's going to throw it in. He's going to throw it in there between Chloe Maloney and Aoife Gorman. Chloe flicks it away, but it's picked up by Wicklow's Lacey Jane Shannon. Wicklow trying to make something happen here now with Niamh Kinney. They're still inside their own half of the field. Wicklow breaking out now. Their centre back Lucy Dunn from St Patrick's has it. There's a Wicklow player on this side of the field, Gráinne Flynn, making a run forward. It's a good run, but she's been tracked by Laurie Ryan. Meanwhile, Wicklow have it now still further back the field with Lacey Jane Shannon again. Lacey Jane Shannon breaking forward. It's good. It's a good run. Now is someone coming off the shoulder, and she links up with Aoife Gorman. And for the second time, Anne-Marie, I suppose, in the space of a minute or two, Wicklow barging, give away the free out to Clare. Yeah,
Aoife Gorman seems to have barged into Louise Griffin there again. Correct decision by the ref. You can't leave with your shoulder. And Amy Linehan has taken this, and again she's found Caoimhe Harvey. Gráinne is on the wing if she can spot her. Yeah.
And Gráinne Harvey now gives a lovely ball in front of Anya Keane, the wing back. Anya Keane goes, collects the ball eventually. Sold on forward. Somebody making a run here. They are in Aisling Reedy. Aisling Reedy pops it as far as Fidelma Marnin. Fidelma now sold the ball once or twice. Goes for pops to Laurie Ryan. Laurie Ryan pops it as far as Cliona Blake. Cliona Blake gives it back to Laurie Ryan. There's a shot on here. Definitely opportunity now for Amy Sexton. She puts it over the bar. Clare's 5th point. They've all scored 2 goals. After 14 minutes, they lead by 11 points, 2-5 to no score.
That's lovely football from Clare. Again, drawing the players, just popping it over, giving it to runner off the shoulder. Excellent score from Clare. And we're getting lots of players on the scoreboard there. We have Amy Sexton, Fidelma Marnin, Chloe Maloney. It's great to see lots of people, lots of them scoring. Ellen Griffin now is looking for an options here, but Clare are using the zone defence and giving no options.
So the kick out goes on. It's a very good kick out, as it turns out, and Helena Dowling catches in the middle of the field. Still has it from Baltinglass. Pops it to Lucy Dunn. Lucy Dunn takes on Sinead Constantine. It's a good run from the Wicklow centre back. Now can she get a bit of support? She gets it from Marie Keeley. Marie Keeley goes forward. To be fair, I thought that was a free in, I have to say, but the referee says she overcarries. I thought that was a bit harsh, Emery.
Yeah, I think there was 2 tackles there from Shifriny Cunnell and Louise Griffin. But the ref is closer to the play than we are now. Hopefully the Wicklow player is okay. She seems to be holding her head. And that'll give an opportunity now for both teams to take some water on, because it's very humid today and dead heat there. So water will be helpful for them.
And there's a reasonable breeze here, Anne-Marie, as well. Like it's not massive or anything, but it is favouring Wicklow. I think in this first half it's kind of crossfield, but definitely favouring the team playing into the Clyster end here in Ennis. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, it seems to have picked up a little bit actually since the start of the game. But if it's favouring Wicklow, they will need to get some scores on the board, before half time. But as we said, Clare are crowding out. They're not giving any options to Wicklow at the moment. And I think the Wicklow management down here in a huddle, they're trying to figure out what they're going to do, I think. But Clare will be very happy with their start.
So again, a reminder for anyone who's wondering, if Clare win and if Tyrone beat Offaly, Well, then both Clare and Tyrone would progress to the knockout stages of the TG4 Intermediate Ladies Football Championship, and thankfully Marie Keeley is okay. I think it was a bit of a knock to the leg, so she's gone back into the full forward position. Play has resumed. Clare breaking forward with Aisling Reedy. Aisling Reedy pops to the stars. Cliona Blake gives it to Philomena Marlin, who's making a great run. Philomena Marlin puts that one wide, and she's been playing so well up to now, Marie, that she's had a wide one has dropped in.
Yeah,
keeper, and it's she's been playing so well, it's a bit surprising.
Yeah, unlucky there for Fidelma, just tailed right at the upright. Lizzie Roach had gone inside, but again, great running pace from Clare going forward.
So Wicklow now take the kick out with Ellen Griffin, but it's cut out again, this time by Fidelma again. Back in the ball, sells a lovely dummy. Niamh Kinney keeps her goal side, but the run from Louise Griffin is a very good run. Fergus Rovers player breaking forward, finds Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney now, there's definitely a shot on here. Handy point if she wants to take it, but she pops it as far as her clubmate Amy Sexton, and Amy Sexton puts that straight over the bar. That's her second point, and I have to say, very good play from Chloe Maloney, because she definitely could have taken the shot, but opted to pop it and make sure.
She spotted Amy Sexton doing a little diagonal run in. Amy seems to be free quite often. Whoever's marking her will have to tighten up. She's doing very well there on the wing, but excellent vision from the Clare forwards and unselfish play, giving it to the person in the best position, exactly what you want.
So Wicklow take the kick out now, and it's picked up by Grania Flynn. Grania Flynn gives it to Niamh Kinney. Niamh Kinney pops it back as far as Megan Healy, the cornerback from Éire, and Wicklow now under pressure. Clare putting on a lot of pressure. Good play there from Lizzie Roach. Wicklow finding it difficult enough to come out with the ball. Megan Healy gets it back as far as the wing back, Jackie Byrne from Baltinglass, and Wicklow switches play now to the far side of the field, and are doing well through Aoife Gorman to hold on to the ball. Philomena Marlin putting in a tackle. And Wicklow now still have it. This is one of their more sustained periods of possession. Lacey Jane Shannon breaking forward, doing well though to hold on to it. Wicklow, Marie Keeley still has it. Good football from Marie Keeley, doing very, very well to hold on to it. Excellent defending though from Siofra Ní Connell, but Wicklow pop it back as far as Helena Dowling, and Helena Dowling from Baltinglass puts the ball over the bar for Wicklow's opening score after 18 minutes, and Clare lead 2-6 to a point. That was a really good point, Emery.
It was a really good point. Wicklow had to work very, very hard for it. Marie Keeley was being bottled up, but she passed it out, and that will settle Wicklow now.
So Wicklow hopefully boosted by that and can get right back into this game. Aisling Reedy, however, has rather a different idea and breaks forward, finds Lizzie Roach. Lizzie Roach puts that straight over the bar. It's an excellent finish from Lizzie Roach, and Clare respond immediately, now leading by 2-7 to 1 point, and it was a really good run from Aisling Reedy, Anne-Marie.
Yeah, no one could catch her there in the wing.
She just stepped it up, and there was no one there to...
And she found Lizzie in the wing, and she had gone in again, on top of front of the D there, but Lizzie opted for the score, and a really good score it was.
Kick out from Ellen Griffin. It breaks outside the 45. Wicklow pick it up and give it away. Caoimhe Harvey cuts it out. Caoimhe Harvey gives it as far as Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney finds Anya Keane. Back to Chloe Maloney. She looks around, scanning the Clare attack. Eventually it ends with Laurie Ryan. Laurie Ryan pops it as far as Amy Sexton. Amy Sexton does well to hold on to that. Recycles back to Sinead Constantine. She finds Louise Griffin, who in turn finds Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney looks around again, gives it back as far as Anya Keane. Clare really holding on to the ball. Cliona Blake now from Dunbeg has it. Cliona Blake gives it as far as Caoimhe Harvey. Caoimhe Harvey has the shot, and that's a really, really good score from the Clare captain.
Yeah, I think there's about 9 players involved in that build-up. Excellent score. Again from Caoimhe Harvey coming up from half-back line, but very patient play from Clare. They're working the ball around. Wicklow seem to have someone down injured. Looks like it's Megan Healy, or is it Sarah Evans? Oh no, sorry, apologies. It's actually Lucy Dunn. Sent her back. Hopefully she's okay. Again, another opportunity for both teams to take some fluids on board.
Referee Kevin Corcoran from Mayo, he's checking, making sure that the Mayo player is, or that the Wicklow player is okay, and hopefully she is. Looking at the clock, 21 minutes gone, and Marie, it has been, there's no avoiding the fact it's been very one-sided up to this point.
Yeah, it's been fairly one-way traffic so far, but there's a long way to go. You know, a goal or two in ladies football and a team are back in it. Clare will want to push on, but Wicklow will need to get into this game quickly, especially after the defeat last week. They'll want to try and, you know, perform here today.
And I mean, just looking back to last week, Wicklow must have performed quite well. I mean, they were beaten by Tyrone. I think it was 3-10 to 1-10.
Yeah.
But you know, that scoreline suggests a competitive game.
Yeah, it was an excellent game of football. Just, I think that Tyrone in the last 15-20 minutes, they upped their game a little bit, and Wicklow had no answer for them, you know. Tyrone and Clare now will be an interesting battle as well next week. I think Ellen Griffin has gone short again, and she has found Aoife Gorman.
So Clare coming out, or Wicklow now coming out with the ball, and doing well, maybe finding a bit of space here now with Lucy Dunn, who thankfully is perfect now. Great run from Lucy Dunn, gets past 2 or 3 players, stoles the ball, fouled by Amy Sexton, takes it nice and quick, and Aoife Gorman miscontrols that one, breaks for Aisling Reedy. Aisling Reedy still making a support run. Is this ball going to beat Lizzie Roach out over the sideline? She does well to hold on to it. Finds Aisling Reedy on the 21. Aisling Reedy with the hand pass, was trying to link up with Amy Sexton, but the hand pass was well cut out there again by Ellen Griffin, in goals for Wicklow. And Wicklow now have it with their number 11, Niamh Cullen from Blessington. She finds Aoife Gorman from Tinahely. Outside Aoife Gorman is Helena Dowling, but she opts to go inside and is taking on Chloe Maloney. Wicklow now holding on to the ball nicely. Aoife Gorman pops it to Sarah Della Hunt, who plays football with St Jude's in Dublin. But the ball forward there from Sarah there was a bit of a breakdown in communication between her and the inside forward, because it was really well cut out there by Shifrani Cunnell. And Clare have it now with Fidelma Marnin crossing the 45-yard line into in towards the Wicklow goal, gives it to Lizzie Roach. Lizzie Roach, nobody really around her. Eventually Megan Healy closes in. Clare holding on to it with Ani Keane. Ani Keane looks to see, is there a runner? There is a runner in the shape of the shot eventually from the run was from Tina Blake. The shot was from Aisling Reedy, and it drifted harmlessly enough wide.
Yeah, unlucky, but again, very patient play from Clare. I can hear that the management tell them to, you know, to take their time and options off the shoulder. I think that's what they're working on today. But again, like, it's still Clare are well in control, you know, and they're trying to push on from this as well. Excellent kick out there from the Wicklow keeper, but Laurie Ryan read it really well, and she's found Sinead Constantine, who has found Lizzie Roach.
Lizzie Roach now taking on the Wicklow cornerback Megan Healy. Lizzie Roach does very, very well. The shot is definitely on, and she takes that shot, and it's a superb point from Lizzie Roach. She's always struck me, Anne-Marie, as a natural forward. Yeah, and like for a right-footed kicker from this side of the field is quite difficult, but she does it in her stride the whole time. You know, usually this side of the field would be for a left-footed corner forward, but she seems to love this right-hand side here. Excellent score from Lizzie. Lizzie has found the target a few times. I think that's her 3rd point, so that's a really good score there from Lizzie Roach from Burden Gales. In the meantime now, Isabel Ledesma on the far side of the field has found Sarah Della Hunt. Sarah Della Hunt, nice ball forward, but good defending there from Gráinne Harvey. She was up against Ruby Keogh, and that was really good defending there from Gráinne Harvey. Her sister Caoimhe Harvey has it down, the team captain, both from West Clare Gales. She pops it to Aisling Reedy. Aisling Reedy always just moves at such great pace, getting away from 2 or 3 Wicklow players there. Great control from the Dura Bearfield player. Really nice ball in as well, as far as Clare's Laura Griffey. Laura Griffey does well to stop the ball from going out over the end line, gives it back as far as Lizzie Roach. Lizzie Roach automatically looks for a runner, but Amy Sexton's shot is very well blocked there, and Wicklow emerge with it with Lucy Dunn. Lucy Dunn finds Isabel Ledisma, and she in turn finds Sarah De La Hunt wearing 13, but well inside her own half of the field. Wicklow have just 2 players inside the Clare half, but now they're trying to flood forward a bit here with Sarah Jane Winders, and she finds Sarah De La Hunt. She's been on the ball a lot for Wicklow, doing everything she can. The ball popped forward now as far as Sarah De La Hunt. Again, that's a good effort and a really good score. Wicklow's second point, and good football there, Emery.
Yeah, lovely play from Wicklow. Sarah De La Hunt had to take the shot on. There was no one gone inside, but it just sailed over the crossbar there. Really good score for Wicklow. Again, we have Caoimhe Harvey in possession. She's found Chloe Maloney, and Chloe Maloney has found, it's just cut out there by the Wicklow wing back Jackie Byrne, but it's won back again. Loads of space here now for Clare. She's looking for someone off the shoulder. She's found Fidelma Marnon.
Fidelma now gets into shooting position, and that right foot is working extremely well today, Marie. That's a super finish. 2-4 for Fidelma.
Yeah, so relaxed and so balanced as she kicks. Excellent, but again, really good work there from Laura Griffey and from Lizzie Roach, to win the ball and pop it off to Fidelma. It's a real team effort from Clare. I know that we're saying the forwards are getting really good scores, but the backs, there was an excellent tackle there from Caoimhe Harvey, who set up that. She just textbook stuff from a back, just got the hand in, didn't reach in. Really good work from Caoimhe.
27 minutes gone in the first half here in Keswick Park in Ennis, between Clare, the home county, and Wicklow. The referee plays advantage there following a foul on Wicklow's Lucy Dunn, and Kevin Corcoran didn't think there was enough of an advantage, so he brings it back, and it's going to be free for Wicklow in the middle of the field, and it'll be taken by Helena Dowling, and Helena Dowling gives it in field there as far as Wicklow's Lacey Jane Shannon. She breaks forward. Wicklow now, you just sense going a bit in confidence, and that's a really good effort there, and a superb point from Lacey Jane Shannon. That's Wicklow's third point. Clare still well in control, 2-23 points. But Emery, we've seen flashes of what Wicklow can do.
Yeah, they just need to keep it more consistent. It is lovely play when they do it, but again, you have to put it down to the Clare work rate. They're not letting them play. Ashton Reedy in possession again now. If she can spot Laura Griffey inside, she has. Excellent run for Laura Griffey.
And it's a good ball forward as well from Ashton Reedy. Clare now trying to get somebody into shooting position. Chloe Maloney has it. Ups to recycle to Fidelma Marnon on the 45. Fidelma Marnon spreads it wide to Clare's right out back to Louise Griffin. Louise Griffin now, there is a shot on possibly here. She's going to have a go at it, and she did have a go at it, but it drifted, as we look at it here, just to the left and wide.
Yeah, good run there from Louise Griffin. We've seen her doing it for Rovers for a long time, and she did it in the league as well here for Clare. Just unlucky to tail wide.
Not too far off half time now, a minute of normal time left. Probably there were one or two injuries, so we'll probably have a couple of minutes of injury time as well. The kick out taken very short by Ellen Griffin. Wicklow do hold on to it and have it now with Niamh Cullen. Off her left foot, breaks forward and tries to look around to see is there anyone making a run. And Sarah De La Hunt was making a run, but it was well put out there by Anya Keane, and Fidelma Marnon now has it. For anyone who hasn't seen Fidelma playing before, she always plays with different colour boots, different colour socks sometimes, just in case anyone is wondering. It's a regular occurrence. Caoimhe Harvey has it now. Caoimhe Harvey breaking forward. Aoife Gorman trying to get a tackle in. Clare doing their best to get somebody into a shooting position. Laura Griffey finds Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney turns back and finds Griffey again. Griffey spreads it to the far side of the field to Sinead Constantine, and Sinead Constantine now pops it forward. Caoimhe Harvey does well to hold on to it. She's already put over a point. Is there someone coming off her shoulder? She finds her clubmate Philip Marnan. Philip Marnan finds Chloe Maloney. Back to Philip Marnan, and Philip decides that she's had enough. Gets the shot in, but drops harmlessly enough into Ellen Griffin's hands, and Wicklow now with Niamh Kinney trying to break forward. And I suppose, Emery, if you were to be slightly critical of Clare, like they have been very good up to this point, but just maybe need to be a small bit more patient.
Yeah, because as the championship progresses and as they meet, more opposition, they will need to be taking all their chances and not be lackadaisical on the ball. Chloe Maloney in possession here now. She'll be looking for a runner off the shoulder. She's found Aisling Reedy.
And Reedy in on goal. Would be disappointed to not have at least put that over the Emery.
Yeah, and Lizzie Roach had gone in as well, but I think Aisling hadn't spotted her. But again, off balance, kicking the ball. Clare just need to settle in again. I think it's almost half time, anyways. But I'd say the ref has the whistle in the mouth. He might blow it up after this.
Yeah, a minute and a half now into injury time. The kick out from Ellen Griffin. It finds Isabel Ledesma, and unfortunately, from a Wicklow point of view, Isabel overcarries that, so it's going to be a free in. And the free is going to be taken by Chloe Maloney. And
again, excellent work rate from the Clare forwards, putting pressure on. They've been working very hard all day today, and it relieves the backs in when the forwards are working.
Chloe Maloney gives it back as far as Aisling Reedy gives it back to Chloe, who in turn now finds Louise Griffin. Louise Griffin's been making some great runs from right at back. 1-on-1, she's in on goal, puts it over the bar, and I think it's what she deserves, Anne-Marie, because she's making a lot of really good runs. Yeah,
lovely solo right and left there. Just dodged a tackle. Could have been in the back of the net as well, but excellent score from Louise.
Probably if Louise was a forward, she'd have gone for a goal, Anne-Marie. You'd have gone for a goal now, in those circumstances.
I'd have chanced it anyway, yeah. But excellent first half display from Clare. I'm sure they'll be very, very happy. Wicklow will need to regroup, and have a little chat, and maybe strategically they'll have to start running with Clare. They're finding it very hard to keep up with them.
So it is half time here in Ennis in the TG4 Intermediate LGFA Ladies Football Championship. It's a second round game in Group 2. Clare won their first game against Offaly. Wicklow lost their first game against Tyrone. So Clare well en route at this stage into the knockout stages of the Intermediate Ladies Football Championship. And we've mentioned once or twice before that if Tyrone win in the other game that's taking place in this group today, that's against Offaly. If Tyrone win and Clare win here, which looks very likely, well then both will progress to the knockout stages before they meet next weekend. And Anne-Marie, just before we go for half time, it's always nice to see games taking place between underage teams, and in this instance here it's the Banner from Ennis and Milton Mallet from West Clare, and I'm sure the under 10 girls from both clubs will enjoy this experience.
Oh yeah, it's excellent for the promotion of ladies football. I know it's every young girl's dream, to play in Cuxley Park, and they're going to be aspiring to be playing here in a few years' time. So it's absolutely great for them. We've had other clubs here previously as well, so it's brilliant. And we just mentioned there about the promotion of ladies football. It's excellent to see Siofra Connell in as analyst for TG4. As you know, she's fluent in her Gaeilge, and it's brilliant, for the promotion in Clare and across the country.
Yeah, Siofra was match analyst yesterday on TG4 for the 2 live games and did an absolutely superb job. Clare doing a very good job here as well, it has to be said, at half time, leading by 2-11 to Wicklow's 3 points. We're going to go now for some highlights of the first half. I will be back very soon with the second half live from Cuxley Park.
A lot can happen in just 1 second. Winning goal, winning save, perfect tackle, clever flick, good call from the ref, great shout from the line. The county title, after 30 years, a long way over, in just 1 second. It's a game of seconds. Glorious seconds. Genius in split seconds. They're great players. Just 1 second. The difference between a good decision and a bad one. A lost temper, frustrated shout, that gut reaction. We've all done it. And we're never proud. But we can do better. We all can. Sideline, dressing room, meeting room, all places of passion where split-second decisions are made. Good ones, bad ones, some days not so calm ones. It's instinct, we know, because we love it. We just don't think. But we have to. Of others, of our players, of our game. Think before we act.
Take a second, catch your breath. Collect yourself, don't regret. Take a second to make the right call for ladies Gaelic football.
Up by Niamh Cullen from Blessington, but Wicklow give it away. Scoring opportunity here now for Clare and Lizzie Roach, and that goes as Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney on her left foot now looks up, sees is there a run inside, gives it into Lizzie Roach. She pops it off as far as the element of Chloe Maloney. Quiva Harvey is running off her. She pops a lovely pop to Quiva Harvey. Quiva pops it to her clubmate, and her clubmate Tina Blake, and she finds Chloe Maloney on her left foot. This should be an easy enough opportunity for a point for Chloe, but she opts to recycle and gives it to Constantine. Finds Amy Sexton. She gives it to Lizzie Roach. Lizzie Roach pops it as far as Philema Marnin, and Philema Marnin fires over Marie Keeley. Marie Keeley, the midfielder, has it now. It's a good run from Aoife Gorman. Great run from Gorman. Gorman, however, unfortunately from Wicklow point of view, has now beautiful ball. What a pass into Philema Marnin. Philema Marnin under pressure holds on to it. Is she going to get the shot in? Yes, she does. Laurie Ryan pops it as far as Tina Blake. Tina Blake gives it back to Laurie Ryan. There's a shot on here. Definitely opportunity now for Amy Sexton. Finds Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney now. There's definitely a shot on here. Handy point if she wants to take it, but she pops it as far as her clubmate Amy Sexton, and Amy Sexton puts that straight over the bar. From Marie Keeley, doing very, very well to hold on to it. Excellent defending though from Siofra Ní Cunnell, but Wicklow pop it back as far as Helena Dalshin. However, has rather a different idea and breaks forward, finds Lizzie Roach. Lizzie Roach puts that straight over the bar. It's an excellent. Clare really holding on to the ball. Tina Blake now from Dunbeg has it. Tina Blake gives it as far as Quiva Harvey. Quiva Harvey has the shot, taken onto a Wicklow cornerback Megan Healy. Lizzie Roach does very, very well. The shot is definitely on, and she takes that shot, and it's a superb point. Sarah De La Hunt, she's been on the ball a lot for Wicklow, doing everything she can. The ball popped forward now as far as Sarah De La Hunt. Again, that's a good effort.
She's looking for someone off the shoulder. She's found Fidelma Marnin.
Fidelma now gets into shooting position, and that right foot is Jane Shannon. She breaks forward. Wicklow now, you just sense going a bit in confidence, and that's a really good effort there, and a superb Chloe, who in turn now finds Louise Griffin. Louise Griffin's been making some great runs from right at back. 1-on-1, she's in on goal, puts it over the bar, and up by Niamh Cullen from Blessington, but Wicklow give it away. Scoring opportunity here now for Clare and Lizzie Roach, and that goes as Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney on her left foot now looks up, sees is there a run inside, gives it into Lizzie Roach. She pops it off as far as the element of Chloe Maloney. Quiva Harvey is running off her. She pops a lovely pop to Quiva Harvey. Quiva pops it to her clubmate, and her clubmate Tina Blake, and she finds Chloe Maloney on her left foot. This should be an easy enough opportunity for a point for Chloe, but she opts to recycle and gives it to Constantine. Finds Amy Sexton, she gives it to Lizzie Roach. Lizzie Roach pops it as far as Philomena Marnin, and Philomena Marnin fires over Marie Keeley. Marie Keeley, the midfielder, has it now. It's a good run from Aoife Gorman. Great run from Gorman. Gorman, however, unfortunately from Wicklow point of view, has it now. Beautiful ball. What a pass into Philomena Marnin. Philomena Marnin under pressure holds onto it. Is she going to get the shot in? Yes, she does. Laurie Ryan pops it as far as Tina Blake. Tina Blake gives it back to Laurie Ryan. There's a shot on here. Definitely opportunity now for Amy Sexton. Finds Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney now. There's definitely a shot on here. Handy point if she wants to take it, but she pops it as far as her clubmate Amy Sexton, and Amy Sexton puts that straight over the bar. From Marie Keeley, doing very, very well to hold on to it. Excellent defending though from Siofra Ní Cunnell, but Wicklow pop it back as far as Helena Dalshin-Weedy, however, has rather a different idea and breaks forward, finds Lizzie Roach. Lizzie Roach puts that straight over the bar. It's an excellent. Clare really holding on to the ball. Tina Blake now from Doonbeg has it. Tina Blake gives it as far as Quiva Harvey. Quiva Harvey has the shot, taken onto a Wicklow cornerback. Megan Healy. Lizzie Roach does very, very well. The shot is definitely on, and she takes that shot, and it's a superb point. Sarah De La Hunt, she's been on the ball a lot for Wicklow, doing everything she can. The ball popped forward now as far as Sarah De La Hunt. Again, that's a good effort.
She's looking for someone off the shoulder. She's found for Philomena Marnin.
Philomena now gets into shooting position, and that right foot is Jane Shannon. She breaks forward. Wicklow now, you just sense going a bit in confidence, and that's a really good effort there, and a superb Chloe, who in turn now finds Louise Griffin. Louise Griffin's been making some great runs from right at back, 1-on-1. She's in on goal, puts it over the bar. And Andrew, welcome back live to Keswick Park in Ennis. It's a half-time, second half in this TG4 LGFA Intermediate Ladies Football Championship Round 2 game just about to get underway. The referees Kevin Corcoran from Mayo, and a reminder of the half-time score. As you can see, Clare comfortably ahead, leading 2-11 to Wicklow's 3 points. We'll keep an eye in terms of any half-time changes that might have been made. So Anne-Marie, I suppose, Wicklow will be trying to make a good start to the second half, get a score or two, and Clare will probably think, let's really put them away.
Yeah, the first 10 minutes here are crucial for Wicklow, and they need to get to the pace of the game. Aisling Reid is in possession here now. She's after getting a cracker of her goal. Really good work from Clare.
So after 15 seconds, Aisling Reid racing right through and putting that high into the Wicklow net and extending Clare's lead now to 3-11, 20 points to Wicklow's 3 points. So a 17-point lead for Clare at this stage. It could be more because Chloe Maloney is in now. Is she going to take the shot? She does take the shot, puts that over the bar. Clare's 12th point, and after less than 45 seconds, they've already put away 1-1. And Marie, I suppose whatever Wicklow would have said at half time, it's gone out the window.
It is, because Clare are pressing up on that kick out. They're using the zone defence. They're not letting Wicklow out with the ball. 1-1 in the first minute, as you said. Wicklow are going to need to up it big time.
So it could be a long second half for Wicklow. Chloe Maloney has it again now for Clare. She spreads it wide as far as Amy Sexton. Amy Sexton effortlessly puts that over the bar, and that's her third point from play. So Clare extending that lead, and now leading by 3-13 to Wicklow's 3 points. We've had just a minute and a half of the second half, and Wicklow are going to have to somehow try to lift themselves, Maria, I suppose. And very easy to say it, but we've all been involved in situations where you might be well down and you have to try and keep going.
Yeah, look, it's going to take a bit of resilience now and a bit of leadership here. A few of the girls need to step up from Wicklow, but Clare are just so in control at the moment. It's very hard to see that happening. Guiva Harvey's in possession. She's looking for the runner. She's found Amy Sexton off the shoulder.
Amy Sexton gives back as far as Chloe Maloney, and it just drops into the net. Marie, that really was a...
That's the killer blow, isn't it? Let's say, yeah.
Soft ball.
Yeah, it just dipped under the crossbar. Unlucky there for Ellen Griffin. Maybe the sun was in her eyes as well a little bit. The scoreboard now looks very difficult for the Wicklow team, but they'll just have to keep driving on to the finish line.
Yeah, it's certainly a long journey down from Wicklow to Clare. It's a perfect day for football. That yellow weather warning we were on about earlier on, Anne-Marie, thankfully hasn't transpired here in Ennis yet, as in it's a really nice summer sunny day. Of course, we've mentioned as well once or twice there's a simultaneous to this game, as we look at Clare breaking forward now with Fidelma Marlin. Another score on here simultaneous to this game. Offaly are playing Tyrone. Fidelma is in on goal and puts that over the bar. That's her, by my calculation, her 5th point. So Fidelma scored 2-5 in play. And Marie, you've been keeping an eye on Tyrone versus Offaly.
Yeah, as we mentioned, they're playing in the other round, and it's Offaly 1-2, Tyrone 3-7 at half time. So 5 points to 16. Again, Tyrone seem to be well in control of that game at half time.
So definitely Tyrone well in control. Looks very, very likely that both Clare and Tyrone will seal their places in the knockout stages of the Intermediate Ladies Football Championship today. And when they play next week, it'll be just a case of who tops the group. And I suppose that'll probably be important as well, Anne-Marie. I mean, we talk about getting through, and that's the main thing. But you might have possibly a slightly more advantageous draw in the quarter-final if you top the group.
Yeah, I think that would be important. I think that would be Clare's goal now at this stage. I'm sure that the management will be watching the scoreline as well. Off the post. Unlucky there, that dipped. Was a good shot there from Ruby Keogh. Yeah, Clare will be watching the other game, and they'll want to try and get as many scores on the board here as possible to top the group.
Definitely good effort there from Ruby Keogh, and good goalkeeping as well from Amy Linehan. Her clubmate Ashton Reedy fouled in the middle of the field, takes it very, very quickly, finds Lizzie Roach. Lizzie's pass to Philomena Marnan wasn't the greatest, and it was well cut out by Wicklow, and one of their substitutes that have just introduced, Emer O'Sullivan from Tinahely on the far side of the field, picks it up and tries to link up now with Amy McManus wearing number 21, and Wicklow have it now with Aoife Gorman. Aoife Gorman now breaking forward, trying to get past Chloe Maloney. 2 or 3 Clare players close in. Eventually the referee Kevin Corcoran says it's a free in, and there's a couple of substitutions been made on the Clare team as well. Ciara McCarthy is about to come in wearing number 14 and was on to start at full forward, so we'll just see who the Kilmurray Bricken player is going to come in for, and in fact it's Laura Griffey from Borden Gales, so Ciara McCarthy replacing Laura Griffey, and we've had 5.5 minutes of the second half. So Aoife Gorman has it now wearing 9. She's been definitely from the point of view of effort, Anne-Marie, and not giving up and not hanging the head, I have to say for me Aoife Gorman stands out from Wicklow's point of view.
Absolutely, she's been going forward all day since the very first whistle. I know she got caught on a couple of occasions for barging, but she hasn't given up. She's trying very, very hard, and I think she just needs to rally the players around her again. Clare are going to be making more substitutions. Megan Downs is warming up as well. Megan had an excellent league campaign when she was introduced. Just Lizzie Roach was Laura Griffith, was substituted there, but Laura had an excellent first half. She did really well today.
And that free that we just saw going over the bar, well put over there by Marie Keeley from Baltinglass. Thankfully fully recovered from that knock she picked up there in the first half, and that was Wicklow's 4th point. Clare still well ahead, 4-14 to 4 points. Ciara McCarthy now her first involvement. Lovely cross-field ball as far as Philomena Marnan this time off her left, without any great effort at all, Anne-Marie, and that really in fact it wasn't Philomena. I should have known it was off Chloe Maloney's left. Lovely score.
Yeah, usually Philomena wears the number 11, so maybe that's but lovely dummy from Chloe and popped it over the bar. Excellent score from Clare again. Yeah,
Philomena has 15 on the course, and as you said, regularly wears 11, so I'd say that's where the bit of confusion came in there. And maybe as well, Emery, I sounded a bit too surprised that I thought it was Philomena had put the ball over the bar off her left foot.
She's done it on occasions now, Peter.
True. Yeah. Wicklow have it back now in the middle of the field. They've got a free, still fairly well inside their own half. It's going to be taken by Lucy Dunn. Lucy Dunn gets it forward as far as Wicklows Lacey Jane Shannon, but she spills possession. Chloe Maloney definitely this time has it. Brilliant ball forward. Diagonal ball finding Philomena Marnan. Philomena this time off her right, straight over the bar. And what a pass from Chloe Maloney.
Outside of the left foot, unreal. She has passed the run inside from Fidelba. Excellent score. But again, really good work rate from the Clare. They're not letting the Wicklow keeper kick out the ball. Looks like Shauna Harvey is being introduced now. Apologies, it's Emma Healy.
Emma Healy from Borden Gales is coming in, wearing number 24. And she's coming in for Amy Sexton from Kilmurray Bricken. Amy Sexton put over 3 points and has done really well. And I suppose, Anne-Marie, that's the key thing here now for Clare management, to get a bit of time into as many substitutes as they can.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very important. They did it in the league campaign, and the Munster campaign was a great opportunity for it as well, to get 3 games there under the belt, 3 or 4 games. It would be important just to give the girls a break too, because they'll have 3 weekends in a row now. What a ball across from Philomena Marnan. She's found Chloe Maloney. If Chloe can spot Lizzie Roach inside, she unlucky, it's just spills. It's still in play though. Philomena Marnan has picked it up.
Lizzie Roach has it. Is she in on goal? The referee says that's a free in on the 21 yard line. It definitely is. And I think Philomena on that occasion, Anne-Marie, was having benefited from a lovely crossfield diagonal ball a minute or two from Chloe. She was saying, "Oh, I can do it as well."
Yeah, absolutely, and it's lovely football. But again, Limerick need to, or Wicklow need to push up on Clare and not allow those diagonal kicks. But I think it's like Chloe Maloney is going to be taking this kick from her favourite right hand side.
So this should be fairly straightforward, just in the 14-yard line from the Kimura Bricken player, and puts that straight over the bar. No doubt whatsoever. Chloe's now scored 1-2. Clare lead by 17 to 4 points. And we've had 10 minutes of the second half. It is, of course, LGFA TG4 ladies football round 2, group 2 game, and Clare well on their way now to the knockout stages. They were beaten last year in the semi-final, and we'll be hoping to go one further this year. The referee says it's a free for Wicklow. The free is going to be taken by is taken by Lucy Dunn, and the Wicklow fullback now bursts forward. Sarah Jane Winders. It's a good run forward from Niamh Kinney as well. Niamh Kinney pops it outside as far as her teammate Ruby Keogh from Coolkeena, but Ruby Keogh loses possession and is picked up by one of the two Harveys on the Clare team. That's Grania. Louise Griffin has it now. Louise Griffin going back towards her own goal. It's generally a rule, I suppose, Marie, not to go across your own goal, but sometimes if there's no choice,
the choice, you have to juggle it. Yeah.
Quiver Harvey now finds Katina Blake wearing 8, playing midfield. Katina Blake now soloing forward on the far side of the field into the Clare half, finds Laurie Ryan. Good run from Laurie Ryan. Lovely ball in as far as Philomena Marnin wearing 15. Philomena now soloing off her right, looking for somebody to run off her, somebody to make a run. Shane Constance outside her. She spots her, gives it to Chloe Maloney. 1-2 between Philomena and Chloe. Philomena felt that the shot was on, and very hard to be critical of anyone today, Marie, but probably should have either tried to get in a bit closer or recycling it.
Yeah, she's a little bit far out there on the kick, but again, good work rate from Clare.
One or two more substitutions being made here as well now, and we can see that Roisin Looney from Clare is about to come in, Marie, and Roisin, an experienced intercounty player, and I mean it's really going to be important in the knockout stages. Whatever about the next game against Tyrone is for all counties. Can you impact from the bench?
Absolutely, and Roisin has had a long-term injury there now for over a year, and it's great to see her back. She came on last week and did very well. She's very, very fit. Hopefully that arm injury will hold up, because she's, as you said, she's a very experienced player, has a really good work rate, and she's a great addition for the championship.
Clare now have it with Laurie Ryan. Laurie Ryan does a shot, there's an opportunity on here, gives it to Philomena, and Philomena, this time Marie, yes, off her left foot.
Yeah,
over the bar.
Excellent score again from Clare. Yeah, lovely work rate. A really good score off her left.
So that's again, according to my calculations, 2-7 for the Clare number 15, and she really has been superb. So Sinead Constantine is making way as Clare make that substitution, bringing in Roisin Looney. So Roisin Looney will be trying to make it, I suppose, an immediate impact on this game, because definitely whoever wins, no matter what championship it is, the starting 15 on any team in any grade is not going to win a championship. You need 4, 5, 6 players ideally to come in and be able to do something from the bench, and I suppose that's really what Clare are running the bench. Elizabeth Burke now has it or nearly had it for Wicklow on the far side of the field, but it beat her out over the sideline. It's going to be a line ball taken nice and quickly in as far as Cliona Blake. Cliona Blake gives it to Quiver Harvey, who finds Anya Keane and pops it off now as far as Clare's Ciara McCarthy. Ciara McCarthy now gives it to, or has given it to Quiver Harvey. Quiver Harvey breaking forward. Laurie Ryan's outside her. Laurie Ryan picks the ball up. Driving at Wicklow, we need somebody to come off the shoulder. Ciara McCarthy does exactly that. Good possession from Clare. Now can she pop it off to somebody who's in a better kicking, scoring position? She does that, finds Philomena Marnin. Philomena recycles again, and it's good patient play from Clare. Wicklow probably need to push out a small bit to try and get it back. In the meantime, now it's a really good run forward and excellent shot as well, and an absolutely great score from Lizzie Roach. She's been excellent, Emery.
Yeah, and Clare are recycling the ball. You know, they're not panicking. They're bringing it around outside near the 45 and they need to. Excellent score from Lizzie again, pushing forward, kicking at pace. Really good score.
So look at the clock again. We're almost halfway through the second half, nearly at the 15th minute mark. As you can see, Clare well in control, 4-19 to 4 points. Lizzie Roach has it again now, bearing down on the Wicklow goal. Good near hand tackle, really good near hand tackle there from Wicklow's Jackie Byrne. That was excellent defending from the Wicklow wing back, and Wicklow now coming out with possession, and Isabel Ledesma pops it infield. Aoife Gorman has it now. We've mentioned Aoife a lot during the game. She's certainly been one of the Wicklow players who has really kept digging and kept believing and kept trying to make something happen, and eventually she was fouled there, so Aoife Gorman winning that free as Clare make another substitution. Rebecca Doohan from Kinroy Brickham coming in, and Louise Griffin from Fergus Rovers is being taken off, and Anne-Marie Louise Griffin certainly has had a really good game in right half back.
Yeah, excellent game. She got on the scoreboard. She was lucky as well for one score. Really good tackling, really good decision making on the ball. Excellent work rate from her.
So let's see now. They're breaking forward with Emma Healy. It was a great ball forward as far as Philema Martin. Philema now shot is definitely on here. No question whatsoever about that. Once she gets behind it, Anne-Marie, you could just see it was straight as an eye. It didn't waver 1 inch.
Yeah, the ball in from Caoimhe Harvey, was excellent. And then the minute Fidelma turned, you knew it was actually going over the bar. Excellent score again from Fidelma. I think that brings her total to tally to 2-8.
Yeah, it really is extremely impressive from the West Clare Gaels player. She's mentioned once or twice in the past, Anne-Marie, she doesn't really like playing football in rain. Maybe when it rains, maybe that's it. It's definitely not raining yet in Kesey Park. There is a yellow warning. If it does start to rain, well, we'll see what will happen then. But in the meantime, Clare, as you can see, in complete control, 4-20 to 4 points. Wicklow know that for the sake of their own pride, and given that such a journey down from Wicklow for the players and management who came down, they've got to just keep going. And one player who has really kept going all the time, and the referee is playing advantage there, is Aoife Gorman, getting away there, trying to get away from Cliona Blake. Cliona Blake gets a hand in. Eventually Wicklow still have it now. Lacey Jane Shannon, and one of the substitutes now gets a shot in, and that substitute was Elizabeth Burke, but it was well dealt with inside there by Amy Linehan. Very solid goalkeeper from Dura Bearfield. In the meantime now Clare breaking through Aisling Reedy. Nice ball as far as Philema Martin. Philema Martin now up against her marker Isabel Ledesma, and it's good defending from the Wicklow number 18, I have to say, because she's forcing Philema Martin back to field. In the meantime now, Emma Healy has it for Clare. She finds Caoimhe Harvey. Caoimhe Harvey looks, scans, finds Anya Keane. Anya Keane, nice ball forward to Aisling Reedy. Space in front of Aisling Reedy, but she's fouled there by Niamh Cullen. Referee says free in.
Yeah, her hand was held back there. Yeah.
And Marie, that burst of speed and control that Aisling Reedy brings to the middle of the field, if Clare are going to have a chance of getting to the All-Ireland Intermediate final, I think the likes of Aisling Reedy is going to be a key player.
Yeah, 100%. That came from excellent work right there from Emma Healy, and Roisin Looney got on the ball as well there. But what a run in from Aisling Reedy. As you said, she's a key player for this team. I know she was with you well there earlier on in the league, but she came back towards the end, and it was great to get her back into the panel, and she's made her presence known at midfield.
And Philema Martin puts that over the bar. She's given an exhibition of kicking. One or two have dropped into the keeper's hand, but I think she's in the high 80%, maybe up on 90% in terms of her kicking efficiency, Anne-Marie. And really like what I really like about Fidelma's kicking is that it doesn't deviate. Like it's technically it's a really top class I suppose kicking.
Yeah, and since she was very young, even under 16, 14, minor level, it hasn't changed. It's a technique that works for her. Excellent tackle there again from Grania Harvey, cornerback. Schieffer O'Connell is on the ball. We haven't seen Schieffer much today, but the ball hasn't been back in the full back line, so it's...
Ashton really pops as far as Emma Healy. Emma Healy's been involved a lot in this game since she's come in. Laurie Ryan has it now in the half forward line. Pops it back. That's definitely a free in there. Won by Roisin Looney. Coming there a couple of minutes ago. Another substitute coming in now for Clare. It's Megan Downs from Clare, and she's replacing Tina Blake. And we have said it before, Anne-Marie, but it is really important that I suppose that substitutes go in. They're probably thinking, well, the team's probably more than likely going to be very similar the next year, the starting team. But any team that wins the championship needs impact off the bench.
Absolutely, and especially in days like this where it's so hot, and like the work rate it's played at a high intensity as well. So the bench is crucial, and the league was great for that because it was unlimited subs.
That kick there now from Chloe Maloney drifted wide, so Clare don't add to their tally. There's 9 minutes left in this game in Clisson Park in Ennis, 4-21 to 4 points. It's a very significant lead for Clare against Wicklow. Clare will be progressing to the knockout stages of the Intermediate Championship, and unfortunately for Wicklow, they'll be exiting the campaign in terms of having a chance of getting into the quarterfinals. And we'll keep an eye on how Tyrone are getting on against Offaly. If Tyrone win in the other game in this group, then both Tyrone and Clare will qualify. Good control football from Clare, finishes with a shot, and the shot from Ciara McCarthy just dropped into the keeper's hand. And I suppose, Anne-Marie, if there's one maybe thing that Clare management will kind of point to, they'll say, okay, we did get some great scores, but if we're going to win knockout championship games, we can't really be dropping the ball into keeper's hands.
Yeah, you have to
and
be.
It's happened 4 or 5 times.
It has, and I'd say that would be one thing that he would like to work on, But as I said, the work rate has been outstanding, but that is one thing that Clare will have to look at. There's 40 minutes gone in the other game, and it's Offaly 1-3, Tyrone 4-8, so 6-20.
So very, very likely now that Tyrone are going to, they're going to win that one really, aren't they? Clare are going to win this one here. And so that game next weekend then won't be important in terms of qualifying for knockout stages, but it will be important in terms of who finishes top of Group 2. Wicklow now are keeping going here, but their latest effort there from Ruby Keogh drifts wide. Wicklow bringing in now, bringing back on one of the players that substituted earlier on. That was Helena Dowling. So she's coming off. She's coming back in, and we'll see what Wicklow player is coming off to the player coming off there. We just can't quite see her number at this stage. In fact, it's Marie Keeley, the full forward, and she's physically limping, Anne-Marie, and we know she's a very, very good player, and I think that knock that she picked up in the first half definitely had an impact. Yeah,
I saw her right knee there. She seems to be limping a little bit, and she's been outstanding throughout the campaign, but she didn't get much ball today, because the Clare backs were so... They work so hard. Pressure on here now. Clare working hard today. It's in Helena Dowling in possession.
Aoife Gorman has it now. Aoife Gorman pops it off, and eventually that's a really good effort and a really good score from Helena Dowling, wearing number 15. Just back in there, as you said, for Marie Keeley. And Anne-Marie, a nice point. It's the 5th point, and fair play to Wicklow for
they're not
just keeping going.
Yeah, absolutely, they're not giving up. It's a long way down here to Clare. They want to put in a performance for the last 10 minutes that are left.
Yeah, it's about 6 minutes left.
6, sorry, yeah.
So anyway, Clare with the kick out now. Schieffer O'Connell takes the return. Schieffer O'Connell momentarily lost possession, played the ball on the ground. It's going to be free now for Wicklow just outside Clare 45. One of the Wicklow players looking at her hand. I think somebody might have maybe possibly accidentally stood in her hand, or maybe it was a block down. So she's going to have to get a bit of treatment here from Wicklow physio, so the game being temporarily held up. And there's another Clare player, Anne-Marie, as well, who is kind of on her haunch just inside the 45, so she's going to receive a bit of treatment as well.
Yeah, hopefully she's okay. Again, it's another opportunity for both sides to get some water on board. Both teams are out again next weekend, so 3 weekends in a row. It's hard going. They'll have to recover during the week. I'm sure there'll be 1 or 2 light sessions, a little bit of tactics, and ready to go again next Sunday.
So 5 minutes left here in Keesley Park. There will be 1 or 2 minutes, I'd say, of injury time, but it's not going to really materially impact in any way on the result. 4:21 to 5 points. Accurately, I suppose, tells the story of this game. The Clare player who was down was Quiva Harvey. She's thankfully okay. We can take the free now, and Lacey Jane Shannon tries to get forward up against Quiva Harvey. Quiva Harvey gets the hand in. Good tackle. Aoife Gorman wins it back under pressure from Laurie Ryan. Lacey Jane Shannon has it again, and Wicklow getting forward now, pump it forward, but the ball, harmlessly enough, drifts back towards the Clare goalmouth, where it's picked up there by Chloe Maloney, wearing 11 in a defensive position at the moment. Gets it forward as far as Marilyn Philema pats it to Anya Keane. Anya Keane gives it to Aisling Reedy. Aisling Reedy looks up, nice ball forward, loads space in front of Lizzie Roach. Lizzie Roach pops it to Quiva Harvey. There's a goal on here. Ciara McCarthy is in, takes on the shot. Great save, really, really good save from Ellen Griffin and Anne-Marie. I suppose, and actually Ellen Griffin is down, so obviously I think she might have got it possibly in the chin, Anne-Marie, was it?
Yeah, I looked into the chin or the chest, but she seems to be under a bit of pressure. There was fair power in it there from Ciara McCarthy. She was quite close in when she kicked. Excellent work from Clare, a really good build up as well. Hopefully Ellen is okay. Just while she receives attention, Clare have created 25 scoring opportunities and scored 25. I think they've missed maybe 5 or 6, so that's over 30 scoring opportunities in Irish football, which is absolutely brilliant, and I'm sure the management will be very happy with that.
And thankfully Ellen Griffin is okay, just maybe, as Anne-Marie said, possibly a small bit winded after that save. It really was a very, very good save from Ciara McCarthy. As we enter now the last 2.5 minutes, Wicklow with Lucy Dunn now spread it over to the left hand side of the field, and the player there, Aoife Cullen from Blessington had it and has it again now, but unfortunately steps out over the sideline, and the line's on and starts at side of the field. Spotted that.
Yeah, it was very good work right there from Megan Downs. She tracked her player and just forced her out over the line. That's what you need. That's what you want at this level. And the management will be very happy with all the subs that came on. They're working equally as hard as the girls that started.
And it's those small things, Anne-Marie, that are key, aren't they, to actually winning knockout championship games and possibly winning a championship for the likes of Clare and the other teams that are going to be in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, 100%. It's absolutely vital, especially at this level.
Battle going on now on the far side of the field between Wicklow's Ruby Keogh and Clare's Megan Downs. This time it's a line ball again, but on this occasion Wicklow win it. So the line ball is going to be is taken. Black field now. Wicklow trying to build a bit with Aoife Cullen. Aoife Cullen pops it off and goes for the return, but that's it's well cut out. And Anne-Marie, I think you might have been up to it from Tyrone Offaly.
Yes, 50 minutes gone in that game, and it's Offaly 1-3, which is 6, Tyrone 4-13, which is 25. So Tyrone well in control.
So
10 minutes to go.
Absolutely no doubt about that now. Philema Marlin has it. Philema finds Chloe Maloney with a little short pass, but he holds it up. Philema is reverses back into space, makes a space in which to receive the ball, gives it to Quiva Harvey. Clare now more or less playing down the clock. We're into the last minute, and Roisin Looney has it. Roisin Looney gets it back as far as Anie Keane. Anie Keane looks around and finds Laurie Ryan. Laurie Ryan now gives it to Felma, and Felma stolen the ball once or twice, looking around, just gives it back to Laurie Ryan, and they're just playing around with Anie Keane now in on goal as they're injecting a bit of pace and effort there. Opportunity from Emma Healy, and it drifts well wide, but Emery, nothing wrong with having a shot, especially a younger player coming in.
Absolutely, she made the right decision there. Just unlucky, just tail wide. I think it sliced off her foot there in the end. But again, good work from Clare forwards, recycling the ball and giving it to the person off the shoulder.
So the half hour is up, and it's really now just purely down to referee Kevin Corcoran from Mayo as to how much injury time he's going to play. There was one or two little hold-ups in the second half, nothing too major, so there might be possibly 2 minutes for left for Wicklow and Clare. Aoife Gorman is a Wicklow player definitely who has given absolutely everything throughout the game, no matter how difficult the circumstances. The referee spots that the Wicklow player threw the ball on that occasion. I think it was Elizabeth Burke, and I suppose we could see it from here, Anne-Marie, and we could also hear Clare player saying we think that was a throw.
Yes, even though they're well in control, they still called it, and rightly so, and the ref was quite close to it as well. So Quiva Harvey has found Roisin Looney from the free kick. Roisin will be looking for support off the shoulder. She's found Fidelma Marnin.
So Fidelma now, who has scored 2-9, most of them in play, also one or two from frees as well. There's a 1-2 with Ania Keane, and gives it in now to Quiva Harvey. Quiva Harvey loves making runs from that centre back area, and that's one of those runs that she's making now. Pops it off, that's to Megan Downs. Megan Downs gets it forward as far as Emma Healy, and Emma Healy gets the shot in, and that's an absolutely great score. And you love to see a young player coming in. I know she had a wide a few seconds ago, but got back on it again. Great finish. Unreal.
So start with Quiva Harvey, who found Megan Downs. Megan made a piercing run through the centre there, popped it off to Emma Healy, an excellent score, as I said, really good for her confidence coming on.
And it is in fact the last score of the game. The referee Kevin Corcoran blows full time. It's an extremely comprehensive win for Clare, 4-22 to Wicklow's 5 points, and no doubt whatsoever about it. And Anne-Marie, I suppose, just looking in at the bigger picture, Tyrone through as well. I mean, they're going to win that game against Offaly. It's probably over now in the next few minutes, so the two will be through.
Yeah, they're well controlled.
I suppose then, yeah, as we mentioned earlier on, just about like deciding, well, what are we going to do in this game. And I think both Clare and Tyrone are probably going to say, we want to win, we want to top the group.
Yeah, just going by the scoreline, they look like Clare will top the group, but again, they still have to go and play each other next week. Now, I would imagine that when both are going to be through, that they'll be able to, run the benches again, like similar to today. But what a performance from Clare! They're very, very happy down there, right in front of us. And I'm sure management are happy too. Again, as you said, there's a little bit to work on in terms of getting those scores and popping them over the bar, at vital stages, but really good work, especially from the forwards. The backs didn't have a whole lot to do, in patches of that game, which is usually the opposite. The backs are usually under pressure, so it was excellent. Wicklow will be disappointed, but no doubt they'll regroup and come back again stronger.
So that's it from Keswick Park. Many thanks to Anne-Marie Canlon for her co-commentary all afternoon. Thanks indeed as well to our production team of Mike Corrie and Tracy Whelan for their great work, for their patience, their professionalism. So thanks to everyone. Thanks as well to everyone here in Keswick Park for their help at just making it very easy for us to stream this match. The conditions were absolutely perfect. The yellow warning we mentioned once or twice didn't materialise in terms of much rain. It might later on, but thankfully it didn't for the duration of this game. Well done as well to the under-10s from Milton and Malbay and from the Banner, 2 local clubs here in Clare, for performing a really good exhibition game at half-time. So just a quick reminder of the final score is finished Clare 4-22, Wicklow 5 points. For myself, Peter O'Connell, thanks for viewing, hope you enjoyed it, and we'll all talk to you again soon.
First 10 minutes here are crucial for Wicklow, and they need to get to the pace of the game. Ashton Reid is in possession here now. She's after getting a cracker of her goal. Really good work from Clare.
Wicklow is 3 points, so a 17-point lead for Clare at this stage. It could be more because Chloe Maloney is in now. Is she going to take the shot? She does take the shot, puts that over the second half for Wicklow. Chloe Maloney has it again now for Clare. She spreads it wide as far as Amy Sexton. Amy Sexton effortlessly puts that over.
Harvey's in possession. She's looking for the runner. She's found Amy Sexton off the shoulder.
Amy Sexton gives back as far as Claude Maloney, and it just another score on here simultaneous to this game. Offaly are playing Tyrone. Philelma is in on goal and puts that over the bar. That's her ball.
Very hard, and I think she just needs to rally the players around her again. Clare are going to be making more substitutions. Megan Downs is warming up as well. Megan had an excellent league campaign.
Still well ahead, 4-14 to 4 points. Ciara McCarthy now, her first involvement. Lovely cross-field ball as far as Philelma Marnin. Philelma Marnin this time off her left has a brilliant ball forward. Diagonal ball finding Philelma Marnin. Philelma this time off our right, straight over the bar, and so this should be fairly straightforward, just on the 14-yard line from the Kimmeria Bricken player, and puts that straight over the
chip.
Clare now have it with Laurie Ryan. Laurie Ryan does a shot, there's an opportunity on here, gives it to Philelma, and Philelma this time we need to push out a small bit to try and get it back. In the meantime now it's a really good run forward and excellent shot as well, and an absolutely great score with Emma Healy. It was great ball forward as far as Philelma Marnin. Philelma now shot is definitely on here, no question whatsoever about that. Once she gets
a run in from Ashton Reid, as you said, she's a key player for this team. I know she was with you well there earlier on in the league, but she came back towards the end, and it was great to to get her back into the panel. And
Aoife Gorman has it now. Aoife Gorman pops it off, and eventually that's a really good effort and a really good score in front of Lizzie Roach. Lizzie Roach pops it to Caoimhe Harvey. There's a goal on here. Ciara McCarthy is in, takes on the shot. Great save. Pops it off. That's to Megan Downs. Megan Downs gets it forward as far as Emma Healy, and Emma Healy gets the shot in, and that's an absolutely great score. Wide a few seconds ago, but got back on it again. Great finish.
Unreal. So start with Caoimhe Harvey, who found Megan Downs. Megan made a piercing run through the centre there, popped it off to Emma Healy. An excellent score, as you said, really good for her confidence coming on.
And it is in fact
A lot can happen in just 1 second. Winning goal, winning save, perfect tackle, clever flick, good call from the ref, great shout from the line. The county title after 30 years, a long wait over, in just 1 second. It's a game of seconds. Glorious seconds. Genius in split seconds. By great players. Just 1 second. The difference between a good decision and a bad one. A lost temper, frustrated shout, that gut reaction. We've all done it. And we're never proud. But we can do better. We all can. Sideline, dressing room, meeting room, all places of passion where split-second decisions are made. Good ones, bad ones, some days not so calm ones. It's instinct, we know, because we love it. We just don't think. But we have to. Of others, of our players, of our game. Think before we act.
Take a second, catch your breath. Collect yourself, don't regret. Take a second to make the right call for ladies Gaelic football.